Good morning, good morning, good morning. We'll be starting in a few minutes, as you can see by the timer. Today I just want to tell you about some exciting stuff that's happening with the Brothers of Legacy. We have opened up a membership program, and if you click the link that's right at the bottom, boom, you can be a part of that. We got a lot of background stuff we want to share with you guys, a lot of projects that we got going on. Just the full direction of the Brothers of Legacy, and we want you to be a part of that. So we have opened up a membership. We have different levels, and it gives you an opportunity to invest in Brothers of Legacy, while at the same time learning about what we are learning to do as well. So you can really be a part of this journey. So within that, you'll be part of our Facebook group. You'll get some apparel. You'll have an opportunity to be on screen with us during Freestyle Fridays. It is a plethora of things that are possible just being a part of this membership, and it's growing. So as we grow, you get to grow with us. So before we get started, before we join, make sure you go to that link, hit the link, and within that minute, sign up, be a part. And of course, we're going to give you a shout out for everyone that joins, and be a part of this growth, because it is important that you guys are part of this journey. It's not just about us, it's about you going in the direction that God has set us to go in. So again, hit that link, be a part, and we appreciate you. We are coming into our next season. This is season 2. We have come out of the breaks, and we are now ready to enjoy another all of the stuff that's happening around the world, politically, in our communities and things of that nature. So these conversations are going to be taken up a notch. So be a part of that. So we appreciate you as well. All right, let's get into it. Let's enjoy the show. That's it. So we'll see you on the inside. Take care. What up? What up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I pray all is well. Let's see what's happening in the comments. Lisa in the building. Blessings to you. Thank you for sharing. If you're not shared already, make sure you share. This is the Brothers of Legacy, and I am the only brother right here. So we're going to see if all of my other brothers are going to come in. Terry's handling some business, passes out for the day. And Dwayne should be here, maybe. But we'll see. Good morning. Good morning, Ms. V. Thank you for rocking with us. Got a different topic that we're tackling today. So I want you guys to stay tuned, hang out with us. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Mama McCory. It's only the one brother. Only the one brother. Let me put these comments up. Let's see. So we'll see how this is gonna go down. Again, I appreciate you guys rocking with us and hanging with us. So as always, make sure you share, tag somebody that can be a part of this conversation, because we need more voices in these conversations. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
I didn't want to catch
Good
that.
morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody?
Whew. All right, so let's get into it. So today's topic, self-destruction. It really ain't. All right, is the secrets to a changed man, right? Not really the secrets to change a man, but the secrets to a changed man. I wanted to kind of cover this today, and because tomorrow's our last day for almost 8 a year, because we're gonna at least come on a couple of times next week as well. But I kind of want to tackle this because I'm in this app called Clubhouse. It's growing, if you've heard of it. it's interesting. It's an interesting place where, kind of like any other social media, instead of video, instead of typing, it's all voice, it's all audio. Um, and so you have an opportunity to get in groups and share information. And there's like tons of groups about tons of different topics from the normal business to the craziest topics. And I've been in a lot of rooms discussing men and the things that uh, things that women don't like, or things they would like clarity on. Um, and a lot of them talk about change. And I've seen a post, someone say the secret, a woman can change a man, or like, how do women, a man will change for a woman. And it sounds good, but it's not, because if you're changing for somebody, if that change doesn't get you the result that you're looking for, you feel like you've wasted the change that you made. So making that your focal point is never a good thing. Now, changing for yourself, because you need to change something, and in turn it changes the thing. What up, GA? What up? And it in turn helps your relationship. That's what it's about, because now you're changing for yourself. You're changing because you want a better life. You're changing because you want better results around you, as opposed to just changing for your relationship or just changing for somebody. Because people disappoint, and it might be a momentary disappointment, but then you feel like you wasted your time. So whenever you're making a change, and that goes for men, women, period, when you're changing something in you for the better, it should be for getting the result of a better life, not just for somebody else. And that's how I feel we should approach change. And so today, have you changed much during your Periscope? A whole lot. A whole lot. Because for myself, real talk, when I started going live, probably like 4 years, I think it's been now 4 years, maybe 5. Whew. I've seen some videos, Facebook likes to remind you of the things you did way back in the day. And where I was and where I am have definitely changed significantly. I've been following you right for centuries, right? He said I may need to check that out to hear the men's point of view. Tired of seeing posts directed to men and women. Take over the comments, right? But yeah, it's hold on, let me read it. It said tired of seeing posts directed to men, right, and women. Listen, it's crazy. I'm in the kind of a few marriage groups, and whenever somebody, doesn't even man or woman, puts up for men only, how do you blah say blah say blah, or what do you got blah say blah say blah? The first couple of comments are always from women, and I always laugh, like, did you not see the top where it said for men only? Because honestly, like, I may have thought about responding, but once I see this first several response from women, I'm like, I'm not putting nothing in there, because they either already have a set mindset of what we're going to say, or they're going to misunderstand or misconstrue what I have. I have to write a paragraph to really get the clarity in what I'm saying. So yeah, I see that a lot. Especially on Facebook, a lot. Let's see. He said so many people are closed-minded. Yes, indeed. Definitely. They already have a viewpoint. They feel like everything is everything should be, a certain way. Let's see, reading comprehension. Ms. V, you would, well, you're probably not surprised. You wouldn't be surprised, because I've seen I had my homeboy he put a post up about how he was having a good day and excited, and it was him and his wife. And why under everybody's comment was happy anniversary. He put nothing about him and his wife's anniversary when they got married, nothing. And everyone put happy anniversary. And he's like, yo, it's not my anniversary. Where are you getting this from? And it's like several. And I'm like, where are these folks? Are they reading the post? But yeah, so that comprehension means a lot. Let's see. He said, am I going to HAPS? I've been hearing about HAPS. Terry's on HAPS. I don't know. I got to look into it. So many apps. haps, so much. I'm trying to stay focused, but I know like it's good to jump on the newest one because because you now get an opportunity to be one of the first. So that's the only thing that sucks about um social media, because you want to be first, right? When men are asked to respond only right, when they ask, it's like, what's going on? Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning. Thanks for rocking with us. Oh, me. It's just too much drama putting up right. Oh man. Now exactly, that's a shame. The apps can live stream to all other apps. Oh, really? Interesting. I'll check it out, G. I'm gonna check it out. I'll check it out. Because I never, unfortunately with this game, and I don't want to get too far off topic, but fortunately with this live stream game technology, things change like awesome. Things change like every day, every week there's something new coming out. Every week there's a beta on something. And so you try to stay focused, but at the same time you want to get left behind, because anyone that got stuck on Facebook, you're losing out on Instagram, you're losing out on LinkedIn, you're losing out on other platforms. So you can't get stuck, especially if you're trying to build something up, trying to deliver a message, trying to stay in the know. You have to constantly evolve and know what's new. So I do a check. I just Terry's right. GA, you are correct. He said Terry's good with the new fake. Right. He's always he's my new tech guy. He always says like, yo, have you seen this yet? Sometimes I'm like, I heard about it, but I haven't signed up for it yet. And he would jump on and look at it like, all right, and a lot of times we hash it out, if there's a cost to it, is it free? And what is it that you have to do to make it happen? Facts. I'm coming. All right. Dwayne Goodson is not in the building, on the way. But yeah, it always changes. Yeah, Terry's like, so he's my man when it comes. If I change, it's like he usually says it, we work it out, and we'll be on a new platform. It just, I don't want to leave any of the platforms where at least, when people are consistently showing up, definitely yeah, Terry's right. Right. He is definitely the scout. But yeah, so when it comes to change, like we talked about earlier with the post and trying to get men to be more interactive. When women start talking, it's like, no man really wants to get into a fight when he's trying to express his thoughts on a process. But in Clubhouse, it's been very interesting. Some back and forth. They've actually have not. It's been a place where more men have had an opportunity to express themselves, and men start some of these rooms so they can begin to express themselves. So it's interesting though. It's interesting. Let's see. Just have to try process. Yeah, without hormones, right? It's and like I said before, if you have a preconceived notion, if you already have something in mind about a particular subject or particular topic, or you have past hurt, it's hard to really discuss what something else could look like, because you already feel like, a man is always going to be such and such. A man will always be such and such. And you can't get stuck in that mindset. Even for guys, you can't feel like, and women will always be such and such. This is the most I'm gonna ever get out of this. If you don't, in relationship, it's about expectations. You got to set expectations. What is it that I want out of this? And then discuss those expectations, because you'll be surprised, your mate is willing to do what it takes to become better, in a relationship. And sometimes there are things that I need to work on, but I may not see it. So you say something, I'll at least have an opportunity to figure out, what, life would be better if I changed this. I'm not changing for you, but I'm changing for us, because I feel like things will flow better if I can get past this non-communicative way of doing things. If I can get past this going into my man cave every time something happens, if I can just get past this getting angry over the smallest things, or if I can just get past this passive aggressiveness, whereas, I'm mad at one thing, but I'm reacting to something else. He said, how can you become better without critical discussion, right? Because it always, that's the hardest thing, for someone to say, hey, dude, you really have an issue with such and such, and it's it's that truth, because 9 times out of 10 you've already thought about it. It's already been in your mind. It's already been sitting on you, but you like, it's not really affecting my life that much, until someone comes to you, your kids come to you and say, hey, Dad, you struggling, you always do such and such. When we do this, you always react this way. Your reactions are just sometimes over the top, when it's not called for. We hear you, Dwayne in the building.
What's good, my brother?
I'm good.
It's funny. I was listening to you. It's funny, bro. It's funny that you bring up being in the right place at the right time, the right apps, the right platforms.
Right.
Look, I'm gonna shout my brother out right here. I'm gonna shout my brother out. Hold on, let me pull it back. Yeah, I'm gonna shout him out. He hit me up. Was last weekend? And he said, "Hey, you heard of Clubhouse?"
Oh,
I was like, "I've heard of it."
right.
He was like, "I got an invite if you want it." If you wanted an invite, don't be mad that my brother thought about me. But but I was like, you know what? I was like, if you suggested, because I trusted him. I was like, you suggested, I'll rock with it and see what it do.
Right.
Last night was my first night.
Okay.
Bro. Look at here. I was testing it out. I figured I'd go into a small room.
Right.
And I can at least get a feel for it.
Right.
Look, 4 hours. You want to talk about deliverance service last night?
Wow.
I'm talking about the Spirit of God was flowing. There's people who literally, the woman with the issue of blood. Yeah, right. I met a real life 12 plus years dealing with the same thing, who had to trust Jesus, and she got some additional deliverance last night.
Wow.
Now, hey, look, I ain't tooting my horn or nothing like that, but I'm telling you, when you're where you're supposed to be,
right.
When you are in the ground you're supposed to be in,
right,
and then you get around people that God has put an assignment inside of you,
right,
that's to water or to seed something in them,
right,
and you just do it,
right.
There was tears, there was encouragement. Look, you gave me crack cocaine, AD.
Yeah, you be on there for a while.
Do you see my eyes right now? I mean, I know I got the droopy eyes normally, but I don't have the big look. But look, I say all that to say that when he was talking about, I was you talk about being where you're supposed to be, and then I don't know.
Uh-oh. Froze up. Hate when it gets good and someone freeze up. Hold on, can I get a picture of that? Classic. So yeah, the app is Clubhouse. It's really interesting. People are on there for hours. Like, some of the rooms have been open, I could tell you, almost 24 hours. Some going on for 2 days. I won't say it's like the same person, but you can switch moderators. Kind of like if I say, Cheryl, hey, come on, and she can continue to host this show, and it'll just keep going. What sort of? It's not music. It's just it's Clubhouse. It's just the app. It's just the app. It's just the app. GA. So it's interesting. So much going on. And I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I've kind of avoided some of the spiritual rooms. I'm gonna go check them out. I think Dwayne is now encouraging me, because some of them, they're okay, but I've avoided some of the spiritual rooms. I've more been into the relational rooms, and any subject line that talked about men. I'm definitely in the room just to kind of hear the general consensus, and it's some wild stuff. Like, I heard a lady say, she says, sometimes women go to conferences for blessings, spiritual butterfly. Women go to conferences all the time for like relationship of men and things like that is that women, guys don't ever go to conferences to find out, to discover women or to learn more about women. And then, I was trying to get in there pretty much to say like, yeah, we more or less, we try to figure out our relationship, our direct relationship with the woman that we're with, like when we get with them, we figure out how to be a husband and figure out things that we need, need to listen to or be in tune with, but we don't, and the funny thing, I was like, look, if there are guys going to figure out women, it's because we're trying to go there to be a Mac, to be a better player. like that is our own. That would be the only. If you see a guy in a room full of guys learning about women, it's because we're learning how to be the biggest manipulator as possible. How many women can we manipulate at one time? Real talk. I mean, because that would, for a guy, we interested in relationships, but we rather learn from the relationship we're in, than opposed to just learning about women like that. We take the knowledge that we get from our relationships to learn to build something to get together. But then because each woman is individual, hey, I see, yeah, Deborah's on there. I just saw it on there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's addicting. It's addicting.
But it's like, oh, by the way, the last thing I heard before AT&T messed with me just now was, I wonder if I can get a picture of that.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Look, that was the last thing I heard. My screen is circling and is fading out, and it was like bad connection.
Right.
I wonder if I can get a picture of that.
Oh yeah, there's another app called House Party. I think it's kind of like Clubhouse. It's 12 years old, right? It's true. Yeah, it's. I don't know. Someone else has bought it out, so I don't. Yeah, I've heard about it too, but I haven't messed with it. I've too many apps. It's too many apps.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's the one. Yeah. What Haps is? Yeah, I haven't messed with Haps yet. I don't know if you know about Haps. Have you checked out Horseplay? He's so silly. Yeah, it's an audio app. Okay, it's audio also. But I think what happened with Clubhouse. And I'm sure she's invested in it, because first time I heard about it, someone was like, make sure you follow me on Clubhouse. I Googled it. Oprah Winfrey talked about Clubhouse. So we know when Oprah talks about stuff, everybody flocks to it. So
instant street cred.
Right. Because it was on some magazine. I was like, oh, Oprah talk. I was like, so I was on a waiting list, and Terry got in, and then, because it's invite only. I think going into January, they might open it up to everybody. Said Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
MIC.
But yeah, but what I was saying, you didn't hear me. I've avoided the spiritual rooms. I haven't gotten into them, and I only because the ones that I jumped in, they were the typical preaching and things of that nature, and I was like, I kind of want to hear some different views about men and relationships and things of that nature.
Right.
So, is Miss Knight is asking, what's a changed man? So a changed man is a man that's living without the restrictions of like holding on to anger, having the ability to live life without frustration, to be able to handle his household and family in the healthiest manner. Let's see. Oh, she had something good. I said, that's good if they are screening to no, Cheryl, listen, it ain't a screening process. It ain't that. I think it's just like any app. If you haven't created an app, to have everybody on it, you have to have servers. So, if I open up an app and I get 1 million people, now I got to invest in all these servers, and I don't think they're making money yet. So right now they're paying for server space, but they got to stay in control. So I think that's the reason I feel like it's an invite thing right now. And they kind of want to build it up, not in a screening manner, but just in the most healthiest manner. If people are inviting people, then I wouldn't invite a troll. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, if I'm a chaos creator, yes, I'm getting my chaotic brothers on here to cause a ruckus, because that's going to happen. But At least it stays, it grows consistently. Because I
Yeah,
think
and I
everybody
don't
gets
think
it.
I've seen a version of a troll yet.
No, not
When,
yet.
when I
Not yet.
first tried Periscope, I saw a troll the first room on the first video I was
Right.
in. Do you kiss dogs with an open mouth? I was like, what? Who does that? That was the first comment I ever said. Do you kiss dogs with an open mouth? I was just like, wow, okay.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna Miss Knight is dropping some good stuff. Let me get to them. Haps, I didn't know that we could broadcast from there. Cool. Yeah, Terry's on there, and we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna find out more about it.
Yeah, Haps.
Uh,
It started as a journal, a
right, it did,
journalism.
didn't it?
Yeah,
Because I was
so
like, when is a journal? Yeah.
so yeah, with Haps, it the original platform was for journalists. So there is a large degree of integrity that they. I mean, I think when you sign up, one of the first questions or the three things that they talk about, one of them is tell the truth, be yourself, and like little things like that. But it's a good. It's like take Periscope and cross it with Zoom.
Okay.
And StreamYard and put all of those together.
That's what Haps is. Okay.
And that's kind of what the beta program is right now. I mean, they're still testing some things.
Haps is an actual place. Well, no, you said you can stream more places. So
Right. You can stream to other platforms
from Haps.
Okay.
But it's Haps but you said Haps is like Periscope too. It's its own app.
Yeah, it's an app. No, it's an actual app, and it's your profile just like Periscope. When you go live, people can join your room, comment. You can see comments from others. I think the biggest thing right now is that there may be some lag because it's increasing exponentially.
Right.
And I think those things are a big part of it.
Right.
But it seems like it's a solid platform, especially if you have a product that you're pushing.
Right.
And when I say product, I'm talking about a lesson. Like if you're teaching classes, if you're teaching series and things of that nature, it seems like that may be the place for you. It kind of cuts out a lot of the lollygagging that you see on Periscope. It's more of a professional crowd from what I've seen, or more of a business or goal-oriented type crowd. So it's like take away some of the BS of Periscope, but it's not quite as smooth as Periscope is. So it's somewhere in between there.
I got you. Because they've been around. Well, I noticed them like maybe a little less than a year ago. And it was the news program. And I remember that I got on there talking about I think Lyft or Uber or something like that. So it was pretty interesting. So Miss Knight asked, can an abuser being changed can an abuser change if they've done it for like 40 years? That's what we're asking. 40 years. I've seen it. I've seen I know of at least one couple that has happened to. Because my age, I don't know a lot of people that have been together a long, long time, but yes, I've seen it happen. At least with one couple. He was on drugs. He was an abuser. He was really rough. And after a long time, yes, he's finally beginning to change a lot of his ways. He's since passed away, but he has done it. Oh, we got a guest in the building. It is Pastor.
What up, sir? Look at that. Man, looking like new money. Hey, First Lady. Hey, you got hubby looking like $100 bill fresh out the print.
What's great? Oh yeah, dog.
Nice, please.
Oh,
thank you. I still wanted to log in.
Oh, we miss you too.
Yeah.
Hey, bring me a sandwich.
Needed the inside stuff.
But the piggyback off just said, time is not of the essence. It's two things that happens when people change. Either you hit a wall so hard that you don't have another option,
right?
Or you're tired of the same old.
Right.
But until you want better, it don't matter whether you're 20 or 50 or 70. You're never gonna change your actions until your actions disgust you enough.
Right. Right. I think she wrote something else. Hold on. Maybe let's see. Can a man change? Okay, there you go. You can't change if you don't acknowledge you have the issue. Right. But that is 100%. You cannot change if you do not acknowledge the issue. Let's see. Oh shit, I'm confused. What are we talking about? Apps. We switching in between. We don't mind us. We switching in between, so you can stay on the topic you talk about. You asked some great stuff this night. I appreciate you. Oh, and Cheryl said it has some refinement. I guess maybe haps. Go ahead, Pastor.
Man, I just want to say good morning to y'all. I was trying to check out the topic, man, but you know, we got too much going on, man. I'm trying to head home.
Be safe out there, sir.
Yes, sir. We'll see you when you get here.
All right,
brother. Oh man. Oh, he said. Rollins said change comes when people are sick and tired. Right, of being sick and tired. Because for myself, if you know the story, me and my wife, we were together 18, divorced for 3, and now remarried. We realized what was wrong, and I realized the part I played in the destruction of our marriage. And a lot of it was a lot of listening, a lot of understanding, being more empathetic, and really not negating her feelings, because sometimes, as a man, you're like, it ain't that bad. He goes, it ain't, if for you it's like, if it happened, it ain't that bad. But for her, it's detrimental. It hurts a lot more. And it took me a while to really recognize this thing I'm doing is bothering her. This thing I'm doing is tearing us apart, or I'm not paying attention to the little things. So it took a lot of learning in myself to really understand what was going on between us. And like I said, in the beginning, not really changing for her, but just changing my awareness so I could get better for myself. Because, some of these skills that I'm using with her, I'm using with my kids as far as listening and understanding. I have a daughter, I have a son, so you don't miss out on the things that as they grow and develop and become adults, I don't miss, the nuances and things of that nature. All right, let's see. He said, you can forgive, but you can't be empathetic to someone in denial. Let's see. Forgive, empathetic. I guess I'm trying to run that in my head. I guess. Go ahead.
No, I'm thinking because forgiveness absolutely key, and I always like to throw out that forgiveness is rarely for you as an individual. Generally, forgiveness is rarely for the other individual.
Right.
Forgiveness generally is for you. I'm gonna be right back. Give me 5 seconds, AD. Well, actually, hold on. Oh, I like analogies. I like examples that people can see.
Right.
That's right there, right? So check it out. Here is you walking around holding on to something.
Right.
That somebody has done to you. Legitimately, you have every reason not to have anything to do with them. Don't want them, let them back. You don't have to let people back in your life.
Right.
But when you don't forgive them, even when you're apart from them, and then you start your journey,
right.
Every day is walking around with this extra weight.
Right.
Nothing going on. It's slowing you down. It's burning you out. It's keeping you from purpose and all those other good things. So the empathy, you're right. But I don't think you need to have empathy in this situation, because if it's at the point where you're forgiving, or you're moving forward, or you're moving past something,
right,
it's okay to cut it completely off, especially if you don't have a reason to be there. If you got a child together, slightly different story. But if you don't have any business, any money, anything that keeps you connected to that person, I don't even think empathy goes into play. But as far as forgiveness, this is what you carry around.
Right.
You hold on to it as long as you don't forgive.
Right.
And then if you got a second person, you got to go grab some more weight because that's what you carried around. And then when you finally forgive them, you release it.
Right.
I don't need it no more.
Right.
Life changes. I walk differently. I move differently. I got different energy. I can now pour out more than because there's no obstacles. That unforgiveness is a hindrance. It's an obstacle that will completely take your life, and it's like burning a battery. It's like driving with the emergency brake on.
Right.
You can still drive with your emergency brake on, but it's gonna mess a whole lot of stuff up under the hood.
Right.
You feel me? So absolutely.
Let's see. Sean said you can forgive, but because you forgive, does that mean you become a fool to let things happen over and over again?
If you give them that same access.
Right. It's nice that I don't feel sorry for an abuser who isn't sorry. Take you to jail. I guess saying don't pass go. Listen, you can still feel bad and sorrowful, but you can send it behind the jail either way. Like,
you put that seed in the ground.
Right.
You put your hands on a woman that's seed. You slap her around, talk junk to her. That's water. Eventually, that plant is gonna come up. That seed is gonna come up. So no, you definitely got to deal with that. I'll say this: when I was a cop, one of the things that I absolutely had zero tolerance for, and it didn't matter whether it was male or female.
Right.
You can have all the arguments in the world. Keep your hands to yourself.
Right.
Keep your hands to yourself. It's like that and property damage. When you damage something that belongs to somebody else, take something, drugs, kids, and people who like to put their hands on people.
Right.
I had steel bracelet for days for people who fit those categories. Everything else, it was love. We can work this out. It just depends on you. What type of person are you? If you give me that energy, I'm gonna give you back that energy. You cool, I'm cool. But those other people, nah, I don't know if it's the fact that I had 5 sisters growing up, and then I had 3 nieces that lived in the house with me growing up, all younger, and now I have 7 daughters. I don't know if that plays a part of why I feel the way I feel, but we have to get to a point to where we protect our women, and we're not the abusers, we're not the perpetrators anymore. Right. Black men, we've gone we've come way too far. Right. To be slaves to something that will literally make you a physical slave again. Right. We got to be better than that, and we got to be better examples, and we got to stop allowing our homeboys and our friends to operate and move in certain lanes when you know old girl about to go get her head touched when she get home, and you laughing about it, and your boy he just getting amped the whole time. I'm not saying that's most of us, but some of us know some people who we've seen it and we've said nothing. I'm with you. I'm with you, Tara. Because abuse, it goes deeper than the hand to the face or whatever it is. It's way deeper than that. And it's an adage that we say that I think has become cliche, but it's an absolute fact that hurt people absolutely hurt people. I think you're on mute, bro.
Yeah, I am. To make his presence known, he said, I don't drink bleach, go play in traffic. I've had too many surgeries to look at you, but as a murderer, period. Wow. I got you. Now I have a sexy slim called the 12 gauge. Try me now. Right. I'm with you. Gotta stay protected. But hey, before we get out of here, let me throw this tonight at 7. We got the Solomon's Temple Christian Ministries. Definitely need to check it out. Stay tuned. awesome. Dwayne, did you see my message?
Yeah, man. And look, it looked like a meme because at the bottom of it got changed, man, and then it's my face.
Oh,
It was like changed, man. It was like, huh? Oh, bro. Oh, man. That look a hot mess. No, but last night I went on Clubhouse and it started a mini revival in this house. I was up in here praying after I got off. But
wow.
but like I was just like, I'm gonna just hop in here. And the name of the room was But what did your soul say?
Wow.
And I was like, I don't know. I was like, that's general. I was like, it could be some stuff I hop up in here, and I'm like, I ain't really feeling this. I was like, or it could be talking about your soul. So I was like, people don't actually understand terms sometimes.
Right.
So I was like, let me hop in here. And there was four women in the room. And like 3-4 minutes in, I had Ella on my lap. Like 3-4 minutes in,
Wow.
the moderator sends me the little link to come up and talk.
Okay.
And I quietly I was like, nah. I just said maybe later. The maybe later. And I was just sit back listening. And they started talking about fear. They started talking about mental health. In with Christian undertones, not it wasn't some out there, but I was apprehensive, and I'm sitting here listening to these women. I'm listening to their testimonies and everything. I was like, ooh, and then finally I was like, raised my hand, and I was like, oh, I'm just listening. I got my babies with me. I'm just listening. I was like, oh, and next thing you know, 5 hours later. Look, 5 hours later,
right?
Like I'm talking accurate prophecy.
Right.
It's flowing.
Okay.
Talking about praying for each other on the spot, speaking life. I mean, not like I'm a preacher trying to get my name out there. No, I can sense a shift in you. Like I can sense some apprehension. Like it literally turned into a 5.5 hour, and I know that's pretty short. And here's the crazy thing: there was a pastor that was in there that a few people followed from another room who had did a couple shut-in services on Clubhouse already, like 12-hour prayer sessions. And there was a couple people that was like, yeah, I was in with Pastor Denzel and in his prayer room. And God was just moving this, that, the third. Look, I almost no, ain't no almost. Well, yeah, I know. I felt like I could sense, like you ever have those moments where you just have something happens and you look at it like, okay, God, this really how you want me to flow? I dig it, but this really how you want me to do it?
Right.
Like, you know, deep down inside what you're called for, but then when he mixes it up and just throw it out there, and then all of a sudden it's like dropping a bunch of bombs that you really didn't know was in there, but you knew was in there.
Right.
Look, bro, man, it was good. Like, I'm talking about there was a female who I won't try to put nobody business. Now, I was say what I heard, I felt in the spirit and what I was hearing. There was a female who she had been a lesbian for 10 years.
Wow.
She struggled with because she was a Christian, but she struggled with it.
Right.
And she did a lot of falling, and she got to the point where she stopped and she got into a Bible believing church.
Right.
And they damaged her. Wow. Because they was throwing baby out with bathwater type deals.
Right.
And she had she bounced in and out of the room like 6 times.
Wow.
And she came back. And I was like, hey, I don't know you, you don't know me. And if whatever. And I just had to put myself. I was like, if what I say isn't true, I was like, call me out in public and we'll leave it a day. I was like, but I just see a heaviness on you.
Right.
And all of a sudden she was like, heaviness? But you can tell like it resonated.
Right.
I was like, I don't know who it was that hurt you.
Right.
I don't matter of fact, I was like, I don't know what church it was that hurt you.
Right.
I was like, I don't know if it was a pastor who loved on you and then threw you to the side because you failed or because you wasn't moving as fast as they were. Right. But I was like, I feel a heaviness. And I was like, I seen that you walk through doors that literally have been sealed shut and you didn't think that there was ever a way out. And then you had that way out. And the people who were there for you when you were on your way out, they put you in a room behind another door. Right. And now you feel worthless.
Right.
And all of a sudden the tears just start flowing. Wow. And she fell asleep. She fell asleep on Clubhouse, snoring it out. And it was just funny because after she fell asleep, I was like, everybody was like, yeah, that's that piece right there. That's how you know you got delivered. Right. They was like, yeah, because I mean, she was like, she was sleeping good.
Right.
And she said that she was like, I'm just hurt. Like, so it was 5 hours of that type of environment.
Right. I feel you.
And I was just, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Clubhouse is an interesting place. Yeah, like I said, people have been on there. Some folks have done 48, 72-hour streams. Like they pass off because you can pass it off. Like you can make more people moderators. So if I've been on there like 2 hours, like you come into the room, I make you the moderator. I bounce out, but the room stays open. So he said, "Dwayne's the Clubhouse group, right? Listen,
yeah, look, bro, I'm telling you, it's an experience
because it's kind of like if you've ever, as an adult, you sit around, you chop it up with people around you, and you get into a good flow. And like lately, like probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago, it's funny. I was talking to a couple. We talked for a good 2-3 hours, just chatting about church, talking about everything. And that's kind of what Clubhouse is, like bringing everybody together under one subject line. And we all kind of in the same space. And we're like, yo, I've always wanted to talk about this. And now you got not only people that are on the same wavelength, but people that are from different walks of life that have the same kind of thinking. And you just, you sit there, chop it up for a long time.
And then it kind of got an open accountability thing for you too.
Right.
Because you can't just pop up in any room and be incognito in the back. Nah, if you pastor, apostle, prophet,
you're gonna call
and you up in the boom boom room,
right.
your name is on the
your
list.
name pops up.
Your name pops up on the list of the boom boom room. And if you decide
you can't get curious. You're like, oh, that looks like an interesting room. You're going in there if you like.
Oh, that's what Dwayne really like. Okay, I see him now. That's who he really is.
Right.
He talking all this Christ stuff, but he over there in the boom boom there. Nah, yeah.
All right, but we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Oh, I got a doctor's appointment. I gotta take care of. He said Pastor can't get no boom boom. No.
No, Pastor can.
No.
Pastor
right.
can.
Pastor can, right.
From his allotted vessel.
Right. There you go. Bam. All right. So listen, we'll be on here tomorrow. Tomorrow's our last day before we take a brief break until Monday. I think Ephraim will be here. Terry may be here. I'm sure Pastor will be here. I know Pastor wanted to get in on this conversation. That's why he jumped on while he was in the car, but he couldn't get stable. But we appreciate you guys being and rocking with us consistently and being here because you could have been watching anything else, but you came here with us. So we'll see you tomorrow in the AM. Make sure you stay safe, wear your mask, and listen, make sure you vote. Make sure you vote. If you're in the state of Georgia, make sure you vote. You got I got to have my mask tomorrow. You vote. All right, guys. Be blessed. Keep pushing. Keep growing, guys. Oh, know that we love you, but God loves you more.
Absolutely.
Take care.
didn't want to catch
Good
that.
morning.
Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Everybody.